Paul here for Reason Beacon, broadcasting this channel from my bedroom in the great Pacific Northwest. Today's topic is Pardon Me, Mr. President, and note there is no comma after pardon me. That is, we're not asking the President's forgiveness. We are trying to prevent an abuse of the pardon power. Before continuing, a short reminder. We'd like to hear from you, so leave a comment below. Or visit the Reason Beacon website. I've placed a link in the description below. If you feel this video is useful and informative, remember to give us a thumbs up by clicking on the like button, and to click on that subscribe button. To stay informed, ring the bell to receive information when we post new videos. You can also show your support by clicking on our support link in the description below. Okay, let's get at it. Recent events have seen an abuse of the pardon power of the presidency. There is a need to clarify and restrict a president's pardon power so that the president cannot self-pardon or pardon his cronies. While there is some debate over the Constitution's pardon power, based on historical usage, the problem arises because the Constitution seemingly gives the president unlimited power in this regard. In fact, Article 2, Section 2, Clause 1 states, and I quote, "The President shall be the Commander-in-Chief of the Army and Navy of the United States, and of the militia of the several states, when called into actual service of the United States. He may require the opinion, in writing, of the principal officer in each executive department upon any subject relating to the duties of their respective offices, and he shall have the power to grant reprieves and pardons for offenses against the United States, except in cases of impeachment." Unquote. I think this clause implies the president cannot self-pardon if impeached, but others disagrees. As a result, I think the best thing to do is to just make it explicit that he cannot self-pardon. I've placed some references in the description below to this and other things that are referenced in this video. Anyway, it seems pretty clear to me from the wording that the president has unlimited pardon power. However, historical usage implies that there are limits to this seemingly unlimited power, but those limits have rarely, if ever, been tested. This opens the door to abuse. I believe that some of these limits need to be explicitly included in our Constitution via the amendment process. I believe that this is not only fair, but it is vital for a democracy. Possible amendment restrictions include, but are not limited to, number 1, prohibit a president from self-pardoning. While there is some debate over whether a president can self-pardon, I think the best thing to do is to make this prohibition explicit, especially since the Constitution doesn't expressly prohibit it. I should note, Article 1, Section 3 states, "Judgment in cases of impeachment shall not extend further than the removal from office, and disqualification to hold and enjoy any office of honor, trust, or profit of the United States. But," and this is important, "the party convicted shall nonetheless be liable and subject to indictment, trial, judgment, and punishment according to the law. This seems to imply that a president cannot pardon himself, but it is not explicitly stated. I placed references to the various articles cited in the descriptions below. With some twisted interpretations of the Constitution advanced recently, I think it's best to clarify this with a constitutional amendment. Secondly, prohibit the president from pardoning anyone not convicted of a crime. The only exception being the granting of amnesty if approved by Congress. That is, the president should only have the ability to pardon a person convicted of a crime. If a person has more than one conviction, then a separate pardon must be granted for each crime, or else each crime listed on the pardon. As for amnesty, it has been upheld by the courts for specific classes of people. I think we need to clarify the granting of amnesty. In particular, amnesty should only be granted after the fact. You are not allowed to grant amnesty before an action is committed. The Constitution needs to be amended to allow the granting of amnesty only if both a House and Senate majority confirm it. Third, prohibit the pardons of future crimes. That is, issue no get-out-of-jail-free passes regardless of the potential crime. The president should not be able to pardon by anticipation, or he would be invested in the power to dispense with the laws. King James II's claim to which was the principal cause of his forced abdication. We need to stop potential gangs, or the potential for these things from happening, that supports a dictator from terrorizing the country with impunity. Let's make this explicit. References are in the description below. Fourth, let's prohibit the president from pardoning people convicted of a crime while he was in office. We need to make sure that the cronies of the president doing illegal acts will not get off. No more, okay, you're guilty, I'll pardon you. Now go out and commit some more crimes. Actually, I'd go so much further. Prohibit the president from pardoning people convicted of any crime that occurred during the 2 years previous to his first term of office, if serving multiple terms, until the end of his last term of office. A valid criticism might be that this is too restrictive, but my argument is that the health of the Republic is paramount. Hence, this provision is necessary. Before closing this video, a short reminder. Please leave a comment. Whether you agree or disagree, I'd like to hear from you. A lively discussion is useful for all of us. Or visit the Reason Beacon website. I've placed a link in the description below. And if you feel this video is useful and informative, remember to give us a thumbs up by hitting that like button, and to click on subscribe. To stay informed, ring the bell to receive notifications when we post new videos. You can also show your support by clicking on our support link in the description. I want to thank you for your attention.